Dear students, in this video we can study about congruences. Congruence is defined like this. If a and b are integers and m is a positive integer, then a is congruent to b mod m if m divides a minus b. The notation for representing congruence relation is given here. We have to use three vertical bars and you have to read it as a is congruent to b mod m. Congruences says two things to us. First is m divides a minus b, and also it says that a mod m is equal to b mod m. That means when a is divided by m and b is divided by m, we will be getting the same remainder. If a and b are not congruent, we will be writing as a is not congruent to b mod m. You have to put a vertical bar over the horizontal bars, three horizontal bars. Now we can see an example. Is 17 congruent to 5 modulo 6? So we have to represent it as 17 congruent to 5 mod 6. Now we have to determine whether 17 minus 5 is divisible by 6. 17 minus 5 is 12. 12 mod 6. Remainder is 0, or 12 is divisible by 6. Because 6 divides 17 minus 5, we can say that they are congruent. Now you can check whether 24 is congruent to 14 modulo 6. 24 minus 14 is 10 and 10 cannot be divided by 6. So we can say that 24 is not congruent to 14 mod 6. Here I have included some examples so that you will get a better understanding about mod operator. 10 mod 7 is 3 because when 10 is divided by 7, you will be getting quotient as 1 and remainder as 3. 9 mod 7 is equal to 2 because when 9 is divided by 7, quotient is 1 and remainder is 2. When we are considering mod operator, we are not interested in quotient. We will be concentrating only on remainders. So 8 mod 7 is 1 because when 8 is divided by 7, remainder is 1. 7 mod 7 is equal to 0 because 7 is divisible by 7, so remainder is 0. 6 mod 7 is 6, 5 mod 7 is 5, 4 mod 7 is 4, 3 mod 7 is 3. 45 mod 7 is 3 because 42 is divisible by 7. 42 plus 3 will give you 45. So 45 mod 7 is 3. 60 mod 7 is 4 because 56 is divisible by 7. 56 plus 4 will give you 60. So 60 mod 7 is 4. Properties of congruences are given in this particular slide. Please go through the properties and check the properties of congruences with the help of these two examples. Try out these examples and check the properties of congruences. Linear congruences. A congruence of the form Ax is congruent to B mod M, where M is a positive integer, A, B and X are integers, where X is an unknown value, is called a linear congruence. Any value of X which satisfies Ax is congruent to B mod M is called a solution of the congruence. Any value of X which is a solution of the congruence Ax is congruent to 1 mod M is called an inverse of a modulo M. In this particular congruence, Ax is congruent to 1 mod M, B is taken as 1. Here, inverse exists if GCD of A and M is equal to 1. Now we can see how to find inverse of 4 mod 9, a problem that is based on inverse of linear congruence. Here the first step that you have to do is you have to write an appropriate linear congruence of the form Ax is congruent to 1 mod M. From the question we can identify A as 4 and M as 9. So the linear congruence will be 4x is congruent to 1 mod 9. You have to do 3 steps to find inverse. First step is you have to find GCD of 9 and 4. If you solve it, you will be getting GCD of 9 and 4 as 1. Because GCD of 9 and 4 is equal to 1, inverse exists. Step 2 is express GCD as a linear combination of 9 and 4. That means 1 should be written as 9m plus 4n. You have to find out the value of m and n. So here in the first step of finding GCD, we have written that 9 is equal to 4 into 2 plus 1. From that, you can write an equation for 1. What you have to do is 4 into 2 should be taken to the left hand side of the equation. Then you will be getting 9 minus 4 into 2 is equal to 1. So based on that, I can rewrite 1 equal to 9m plus 4n as 1 equal to 9 minus 4 into 2. Now I have to rewrite that equation as 9 plus 4 into minus 2. 9 can be replaced with 9 into 1 and you can write 9 into 1 plus 4 into minus 2. Here you have got m as 1 and n as minus 2. Third step is you have to apply mod 9 on both sides of the equation. So you will be getting 1 mod 9 equal to 9 into 1 plus 4 into minus 2 mod 9. 1 mod 9 is equal to 1. 9 mod 9 is 0. 4 into minus 2 mod 9 can be written exactly like that without doing any computation. 4 into minus 2 mod 9 equal to 1 mod 9 can be rewritten as 4 into minus 2 congruent to 1 mod 9. Now we have got a solution for 4x is congruent to mod 9. X is getting the value minus 2. But a remainder is never expected as a negative value. So what you have to do is minus 2 should be added with mod value. Minus 2 plus 9 will give you 7. So inverse of 4 mod 9 is taken as 7. To check whether that particular solution is correct, what you have to do is you have to substitute the value of x and check the results. 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. Minus 8 mod 9 is equal to 1. Minus 8 should be added with plus 9 to get result as 1. 4 into 7 is 28 and 28 mod 9 is equal to 1. So if you are taking x as minus 2 or plus 7, both will give you the same result. Because we are expecting a positive value for x, 7 is taken as the inverse of 4 mod 9. Now we can see how to solve 197x congruent to 1 mod 3000. You know that 3 steps are there for solving this particular problem. First you have to find GCD of 3000 and 197, and if it is equal to 1, inverse exists. Solution is shown here and you can see that GCD is obtained as 1. So the next step is you have to express 1 as a linear combination of 3000 and 197. To do that, you need some equations. These equations are meant for doing backward substitution. From the GCD, from the solution of GCD, you can get the equation for 1, 5, 6, 11, 17 and 45. And the equations are given here in red color. The second step in solving a linear congruence is expressing GCD as a linear combination of two numbers. So here 1 should be expressed as a linear combination of 197 and 3000. That is 1 is equal to 197 into m plus 3000 into n. We have to find out the value of m and n. We have to start with the equation 1 is equal to 6 minus 5 into 1. In this equation, we can substitute equation of 5. 5 can be replaced with its equation. Then we will be getting like this. Here, we don't have to do any multiplication or addition or subtraction operation. Just expand the parentheses and brackets and rewrite it. Then we will be getting like this. We will be getting 1 as 6 into 2 plus 11 into minus 1. If you do the computation, you can see that left hand side and right hand side are equal. Now what we have to do is, from here, you have to do a substitution again. 6 has to be substituted with its equation. 6 has to be replaced with its equation. Then we will be getting the equation like this. 6 is replaced with 17 minus 11 into 1. Again, I am doing the same procedure. I am not doing any multiplication or addition or subtraction, just expanding the brackets. Then I will be getting the result like this. In the next step, 11 should be replaced with its equation. Then we will be getting 1 as 1 equal to 17 into 2 plus 11 into minus 3. In this particular line, 1 is expressed as the linear combination of 17 and 11. We have to continue this procedure until we get 1 as the linear combination of 197 and 3000. So in the next step, 11 can be replaced with its equation. Equation of 11 is 45 minus 17 into 2. If we expand the brackets, we will be getting 1 like this. 1 is equal to 17 into 8 plus 45 into minus 3. At any step, if you have any confusion regarding its correctness, you have to do the computations and check. To check the correctness, I have done the multiplication of 17 and 8 and I got 36, 136, and then I have performed 45 into minus 3 to get 135. When 136 is subtracted from 135, I am getting 1. So the computations until now are correct. The next step I can Now I have replaced 17 with equation of 17. 1 is equal to 197 minus 45 into 4 into 8 plus 45 into minus 3. Now expand the parenthesis and we will be getting 1 like this. In the next step, 45 should be replaced with equation of 45. After expanding this, we will be getting 1 as 1 is equal to 3000 into minus 35 plus 197 into 533. So here you can see that 1 is expressed as the linear combination of 3000 and 197. So the step 2 is complete. The third step in solving a linear congruence is applying mode on both sides of the equation. If I am applying mode operator on left hand side and right hand side, I will be getting like this. 1 mode 3000 is retained like that. 3000 into minus 35 mode 3000 will give me 0 because when 3000 is divided by 3000, remainder will be 0. The next part is kept as it is. Now we can see that this equation is of the form A modem equal to B modem. A modem equal to B modem can be replaced as A is congruent to B modem. So the given problem can be rewritten as 197 into 533 is congruent to 1 mod 3000. From this we can say that value of x is 533 because the given congruence was 197 into x is congruent to 1 mod 3000. Value of x is obtained as 533. So inverse of 197 mod 3000 is 533. So we have seen how to solve a linear congruence in detail. Please go through all the steps and understand it. Okay, so that you can try other problems well. So here we have seen how to solve a linear congruence, that is 197x is congruent to 1 mod 3000. Sometimes the same question can be asked in three different ways as given here. Express GCD of 197 and 3000 as a linear combination of 3000 and 197. In that particular case, you have to do only the step 1 and step 2. Sometimes you may be asked to find inverse of 197x is congruent to 1 mod 3000. Then we have to do all the three steps. For the last one, first you have to write it as a linear congruence and do all the three steps. Here, three tutorial questions are included. You have to try these questions on your own and you have to write the solution in your tutorial notebook. In the case of second and third problem, first you have to write linear congruence statement appropriately. It is given in the PPT and answers are also given here. After solving the problem on your own, you have to check your answers and match with the answers given here. Until now, we have considered congruences of the form Ax is congruent to 1 mod m. Now we can see how to solve the congruences of the form Ax is congruent to B mod m. Suppose you are asked to solve the linear congruences 19x is congruent to 4 mod 141 or 55x is congruent to 34 mod 89. So here after the congruent symbol we don't have 1, instead we are having a number. Solution for the first problem is shown here. 19x is congruent to 4 mod 141. Here first you have to use the linear congruence 19x is congruent to 1 mod 141 and you have to find inverse of 19 mod 141 and you will be getting the result as 52. Then what you have to do is in the given equation multiply both sides by 52. Then you will be getting 52 into 19x is congruent to 52 into 4 mod 141. 52 into 19 is 988. 1952 into 4 is 208. 988x is congruent to 208 mod 141. Then you have to apply mod 141 on both the sides. 988 mod 141 is equal to 1. So on the left hand side you will be getting 1 into x. 208 mod 141 will give you 67. That is when 208 is divided by 141, remainder is 67. So you can say that x is equal to 67. To check whether the answer is correct, you have to make substitution in the given equation. 19 into x, that is 19 into 67 is equal to 1273. If you take 1273 mod 141, you will be getting 4. So you can say that answer is correct. Please go through the video more than once if you have any confusions. If you have still confusions, then we can clarify that in interactive session. Thank you.